You're watching Action News Now. Storm Alert Weather. Coverage you can count on.
After a slow start to the season, recent storms provided a boost to California's snowpack and water supply.
Now, the Department of Water Resources, they held their first survey of the season at Phillips Station near South Lake Tahoe today. They recorded 24 inches of snow depth. That's about 50% of average for that location on this date. Statewide, the snowpack is 71% of average for this state, and the DWR says that we won't get a full picture of the water year until more surveys are conducted in the coming months.
Now take a look at this from earlier this evening outside of Coldwell Bank in Chester. Man, it's a lot of snow on the ground there. Probably more than 24 inches of snow depth in the Chester area.
It's kind of interesting. It's just up the road, really, from Chico,
Yeah.
but they are also about 4,500 feet, I believe, above us up there, Howie.
That's about right, Al, and dropping down into the 20s overnight, so that snow is not going anywhere anytime soon. With more rain and more snow that's headed our way. So we're looking at, again, more fog. I'm not expecting it to be as dense and widespread. Thus, we had a dense fog advisory, unless a few things want to shift around and change. But you could still end up driving into some areas of patchy, which could be even dense fog, which is probably not as widespread. You want to be careful. Showers start up again Wednesday, or really the later you get through Wednesday night, which is actually New Year's Eve, then more wind and rain for next year. You get that? Next year. I keep getting you on that one. So this is a look at our winds at the moment. On the calm side, thus that's contributed, one of the variables to allow for that fog to develop. Winds usually can help scour out the fog. Not the case at the moment. Here's a look at our radar. I talked about it earlier. So our high pressure ridge starting to weaken, loosen its grip. So you're starting to see some clouds push into the area. Really nothing in the way of any rain. If you get hit by a drizzle here or there, that's possible. But for the most part, we are on that dry side. Overnight, temperatures not going to fall as much. But we were just talking about Chester a moment ago. Well, they're going to be at 29 overnight, so on the chilly side. Now, as we move into tomorrow, not a huge warm-up, but will be a little bit warmer. I guess Chester at 46, you'll start to see that snow melt a little bit, but snow levels are going to come down. There's going to be more snow on the way as we move through, I keep seeing next year, into the weekend. But here's a look at the valley tomorrow. Temperatures below average in the low to mid-50s. High pressure's been in control ever since pushing those storms out that really drenched and soaked the area. Rain, snow, winds, hail, and everything else last week. High pressure now, this is Wednesday. You see it's on the move. What does that mean? Pulling away from us from west to east, and now more atmospheric rivers and storms pushing in from the west, moving into the eastern Pacific Ocean, headed our way, bringing showers. And unfortunately, I say unfortunately because we had a lot of rain. We're going to get a lot more now. We're going to be in the midst of these showers for several days because high pressure is going to be out of the way to protect us. But there is a chance, and I'm going to talk about that right here. Now, you see Monday, Tuesday, there's a chance that those storms kind of drop off more in the ocean and high pressure retrogrades and moves back towards us. That could dry us off potentially Monday into Tuesday. For now, we're going to stick with as the rain moves in for New Year's Day. For that first week, we look to get some good show. Remember a year ago, we didn't have rain between January 2nd and January 30th. A little different to kick off 2026.
Yes, it is. All right. Thanks, Howie.